We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California.
And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Check smash, check smash.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
First defense for the Texans, very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 3. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's 3rd down.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Seven Pirates, seven Pirates. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football.
Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Now Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
18 Cardinals.
Now a man born here in California, Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And he'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
From the 20, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Hurt.
Beckham in motion right.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a pretty good burst there as he get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Another run with Sanders.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Stop low, 18.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And the Texans will take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
19 Lions.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
play there for Houston. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Slot man moves right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 75.
And the Texans are able to add on to that lead.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Next to score, Texans 10, 49ers nothing.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger. 19.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Still going inside the 20.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt it.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0.
17, 49ers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Go, Reed, go. Ready.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Let's go.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hurt. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Niners first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's 2nd and 8. That's swung out wide to Sanders. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Texans 24, 49ers nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Hurry, hurry.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Stroud out of the gun here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he's got his guys set up great now. First and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line.
First down and goal to go at the 7-yard line.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Tap to 60. Tap to 60.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Tag. Track 60.
Here's Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
6-yard line.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set up. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Stroud looking to throw.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stroud looking to change the play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans just continue to roll.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ready up.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far. But a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Moody good with the extra point.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
49ers 7. Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Stroud to throw it. He's got his receiver, Cooper. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49ers 19-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
19 yards. First down, Houston.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Mustang 19!
Here goes Stroud again.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Texans extend their lead yet again. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On the ready!
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Ready!
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll power his way up near the 25.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ready, ready?
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards.
48 yards. First down, Texans.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Short pass to Howard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 66, 49ers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Michael Davis. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And
he's got a man complete. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
49ers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.